Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me get a little bit of light. Let me get some more light going on in here, all right? Yes, yes. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Come on. Come on. Hey, Tiffany. Come on. Hey. Listen here, I'm excited because my name is DJ Badio. I'm an official DJ for my homie Tony. This is her first ever event, all right, online, virtual. So I just want you guys to get ready for what's going on, man. I'm going to set a vibe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some hits. I'm going to play some good music that's going to get you guys in the mood. You guys got one thing to do. You guys got to get in the mood with me, all right? Even if you don't know the music, just act like you know it. Just make yourself feel good, all right? We're going to have some fun today, all right? Shout out to my brother Daryl in the building. Shout out to Sarah, Tiff, Nicole. You know the vibes. What's up? Come on, come on, come on. Hey. Listen here, man. I just want to welcome you guys to what I want to call a great day. It's a great vibe. It's Saturday. It's cold. You guys are in the room. I just want to play some music that's going to make sure that you are in a good mood, all right? So listen. If you are away from the cold, if you got all your stuff in the house, in the refrigerator, put fine in the chat for me. Just put fine in the chat for me. Let me know that you are breathing, that you are safe. Put fine in the chat for me. Put fine in the chat. Come on, come on. I promise you guys, this is one of my favorite songs ever, 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 ever. Come on. Hey. Come on, baby. Here we go. This is my favorite part. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Oh. Come on, Monique. You know the vibes, Monique. Hey. Come on. Fine, fine, fine. Ooh. Do me a favor, put fine in the chat, 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 put fine in the chat. What I also want to do is I just want to create some type of activity right now. I want you to tell me what your favorite day of the week is. My favorite day is Saturday, and it's Saturday right now, all right? So let me know what your favorite day of the week is right now. Come on, talk to me live, all right? I'm playing somebody's favorite song. I know I'm playing somebody's favorite song, baby. Come on, come on. Sunday, Monday. Somebody said Earth Day. Earth Day with an E. Oh, I love it here. I love it here. This is my peoples. We in the cookout with it. Come on. Hey. Listen here, Tony. Monique is going to steal my DJ job. I do not want Monique stealing my DJ job. Raheem, you see what's going on, Raheem? You see this? Come on, come on, come on. Hey, 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 hey. My song. Something very special. Come on. If you know this part, sing it right now. I don't care if your kids are looking at you crazy right now. I know the NBA games are going on, but just sing it loud and loud. Nice and loud, baby. Come on. Hey, Sunday, Monday. Come on, come on. Listen here. I got a couple more minutes before Tony get on and start going crazy. I just want to play some vibes. I know you didn't hear none of this music all day today, so I wanted to play it. I wanted to be very intentional, all right? But listen, make sure you got your camera phones on. Make sure you got a pen and paper. What Tony got today is going to be crazy, man. It's going to be so crazy, all right? But I want to continue playing your favorite song while we get some more people in the room. We got more people that's just walking in. Right now, I'm on the West Coast right now. I'm in Las Vegas right now. It's really, really early. I know it's 7:30 over there, right? On the east side. 6:30 somewhere else on the central side, right? This your favorite song? Talk to me in the chat. Come on. Hey. Listen, this is that music that you clean behind your toilet with. If you didn't clean behind your toilet, you can't play this song, all right? Come on, nice and loud. Come on, come on. Whoa. Easy. Encore. This that superhero music. This that entrepreneur superhero music right here. This that superhero music. Sing it loud, sing it loud, sing it loud. Come on. Woo, I feel good. I feel so good. Come on, come on. I'm going to party with y'all for a little bit. I'm going to play around with y'all for a little bit because I love it here. Come on, come on. We are about 5 minutes away from getting started. 5 minutes away from getting started, baby. Come on. Now, I'm going to be very intentional. No, I love my God. I love my God. I want you to put a hand clap in the chat for me right now. Just put a hand clap. If you don't have the hand clap emoji, just put clap in the chat for me right now. Just clap for me, all right? I'm going to turn my music up because I want to feel this vibe. Ooh. Clap, 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 clap. Who's ready to have a good time today, man? Put me in the chat if you ready to have a good time today. Clap, clap. I don't know what you come to do. Whoa. I don't know what you come to do. Clap, 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 clap. Woo. If I know my homie Tony right now, she already doing some, she doing jumping jacks. She about to get ready to go crazy. Come on, come on. Hey. Sing the song, come on. I don't. Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have some. Come on, la la la's in the chat. La la la's in the chat. Whoa, come on, come on. Hey, la la la's in the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who remember the movie Sister Act? Who remember the movie Sister Act? Yo. It's a happy day. It's a happy day. It's Saturday. It is beautiful here on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody that's on the East Coast going through all the snow and all that, man. Keep warm. Keep warm. Turn the air up. Turn the air up. Don't be one of those people that's trying to save money and you're in there freezing, all right? Turn your air up one time, all right? What Tony got for y'all today, you're going to want to make sure you guys are on the right altitude, all right? So listen, before I play this last song is all about participation, right? It's all about participation. I want you to put an O in the chat. Just put an O. 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 O in the chat. O in the chat for me. O in the chat. O in the chat. Oh. Come on. Oh. Come on. More O's. More O's. Let me get a la la la. La 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 la. La la's in the chat. Here we go, Monique. There we go, Monique. Hey, Nicole's with me. Sarah's with me. Hey. Who remember this part? Who remember this part? Who remember this part? Who remember this part? Come on. What's up? Hey. Come on. I just want to have a little fun. Just a little fun. Just a little fun. Come on with his words. Hey, hey, hey. If you are ready for Tony, put ready in the chat right now. If you are ready for my friend Tony to come give game. Like I said, this is the first one, man. I want y'all to make sure y'all tell a friend about the next one. The next one, we're going to turn up before we start bringing game. But put one in the chat if you're ready for Tony. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you're ready for Tony right now. But you ready? You ready? You ready? Come on, 3 minutes. I know what you was going through today. You was not going to prepare to hear this song. You didn't think you was going to hear this song today, man. I got you. You in the right place, right time. I got you. Welcome, Michael James. Welcome, Mr. Michael. What's up? What's up? Miss Campbell, what's up? What's up? Yes, 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 yes. Come on, I love my room. I love the way my room look right now. I love the way my room look right now. Come on.
Say every praise is to our God.
Hey.
Y'all know how we do it.
All right. Listen, I want to set the stage for my homie, Tony. Tony, it's all yours, Tony. Take the stage. Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy, all right? My name is DJ Battio. You guys can follow me on anywhere at DJ BATTIO. I manage a lot of DJs, but I just love to turn up and have fun. Happy Saturday. You guys enjoy the vibes, all right?
Thank you so much. Come on, DJ. Thank you so much for bringing the vibes. Wasn't he amazing, y'all? That was so awesome. So everyone, make sure you guys go follow him. Sarah, if you don't mind, I went ahead and put his Instagram and his link in the chat. Can you go ahead and drop that for the people in here? So for everyone, I just want to go ahead and say, thank you for being here tonight. This is a live founding access launch for the Transitional Housing Hub app. And if you are on the East Coast or if you're affected by the cold front that is occurring, we hope that y'all remain safe and warm while it passes. I'm from New York myself. You can probably hear it in the accent. Our hearts go out to those who don't have shelter tonight, which actually matches our mission. So for some of you folks here, you are either already operating in this space. Some of you are here because you're building towards that. Maybe you're just curious or you're coming here to support. Some of you might even be a landlord looking to convert and understand more about the transitional housing model. And some of you are here, and it's because you've been watching the space and you've been waiting for something more structured. So tonight, you're going to see what we've been building, not as a concept, but as system, y'all. And Tony will be on shortly. But before we go any further, I want to set the stage for what is going to occur tonight. Tonight is not about convincing you of anything. It's about clarity so the right people can move forward cleanly. You don't need to decide anything right now. There will be no pressure, no countdown tactics, no bonuses flying at you. You'll get to see how the app works, what it's built for, who is designed to support. And for those that are ready to take the next step in this space, we'll talk about that a little bit later after you've had enough information to decide if this supports how you operate. So, one important note before we begin, for those who stay on with us until the end of this session, which will be around like 8 p.m. CST, so like a little bit, about an hour or so. Everyone who's still here, you guys will all receive something practical that you can use immediately, whether you move forward with us or not. We work hard to make sure that everything was practical, no matter like what level you're currently at. We're also doing a live giveaway at the end for a few people who stay all the way through. And it's not a random prize, y'all. It's not like AirPods and nothing like that, because everything that we built for you guys, we honestly put a lot of thought and intentionality. This is about 15 years in the making, y'all. Tony's been dreaming about this and working on this for like quite some time. So if you're here for clarity, stay. If you're here for substance, absolutely, this is the room for you. And if at any point this isn't for you, we completely understand, no pressure either way, but we hope you guys stay on to the end. The app exists because of real world operating experiences straight from Tony's 15 years in the game. Now, guys, let's welcome Tony to the stage to take a moment to talk through the system itself and what we are all here to experience as the new wave into transitional housing, a never before seen gamified app in this space. Welcome, Tony.
Yay! So let me say this. My signal seems a little off, but we're going to pray through this to make sure that the signal stays stable. Y'all pray with me so that y'all can hear everything that I'm about to share with you, because I'm so excited for the things that have been created through me. And I'm just excited to have those of you on here to be able to hear it. So, first of all, hi everyone. Many of you who may not know me, I am Tony Wade, the compassionate investor. And my heart is really full tonight. I'm genuinely grateful for every single person who's in this room tonight. Now, whether you've been following my work for years or you're just meeting me for the first time, thank you for being here. Now, some of you may already know my story, and for those of you who don't, I'm going to share little pieces of it tonight so you can understand the passion and the responsibility behind the work we're presenting. But before we do anything else, I want to set the tone because tonight is not motivation. I'm here to clearly give you clarity. Now, if you're here because you care about housing and you're trying to turn that into something that actually holds, you're in the right room. Like many people who are in this space, whether you're working with group homes, recovery housing, independent living, or even real estate, I didn't start this work because I wanted to change the world, at least not initially. I came into this space through real estate. And I bought a four-family flat because I saw the potential. It had cash flow, it had scale. We had the ability to be able to house multiple people under one roof. So, like a lot of people, it started like a boarding house, and we provided temporary placement. We had a form of a recovery style housing model. We filled bedrooms, we kept things moving, and we scaled. So we went from one property to the next property to the next property. I did that. But then I met Sam. Now, Sam started training with us almost 10 years ago, and he was our handyman, and he was literally like a big brother. He was that kind of person who literally could fix anything. If it was broken, Sam could make it work. But most importantly, he had the biggest heart. Everyone who met Sam loved him. He just struggled with addiction. And when we first started our training program, Sam was right there with us. And in many ways, we were building it alongside him. But Sam never finished the program. He got close, but then he drifted away. And he kept up with us on a regular basis. So after that, we watched him move from boarding house to the streets, from family members' home to then couch surfing, different things he did. And he was still in the same instability. He could never quite get his footing. And that's when I really started to see the pattern. People would simply come in, they would get stable just enough, and then they'd move on to the next place. And the outcome was always the same. Temporary housing wasn't solving the problem, it was just delaying it. And that's when I realized the model couldn't just be housing people, it had to be housing paired with curriculum that was actual structure with behavioral standards, skill building, decision-making frameworks, a real transition, not just a place to stay. And that was the shift. I realized the issue wasn't the people didn't really want to do better. It was that they were given shelter without a system. Housing without a curriculum sends people back into the same cycle. So, where housing with a curriculum, it actually allows you to create change. And that realization is what hooked me into what we now call transitional housing. Now, I came across this model unexpectedly, but its impact immediately convinced me to pursue it. So since then, I spent the last several years building, testing, refining this approach, learning what actually works, learning what breaks the programs down, and learning why so many well-intentioned housing efforts collapsed. Earlier, I shared with you about my friend Sam. I learned a few weeks ago that he died, and it broke my heart. And that's why this launch carries so much weight for me in this very moment, because his death didn't discourage me, it locked me in to what we are building, because Sam's story isn't an exception. It's the reason this work matters. And that's why this app exists. Not because housing is hard, but because housing without systems is fragile. Once you see that, you cannot unsee it. And once you build it right, the impact becomes real. Now, before I show you anything else, let me explain clearly what this is. This is not a course, and this is not content, nor is it simply motivation. This Transitional Housing Hub app is a gamified execution system. It's broken into 13 levels designed to take an operator from foundation all the way through stable operation and scale readiness. Each level represents real-world execution, not theory and not inspiration, actual decisions that keep people housed. And here's the key. Execution doesn't fail because people don't learn enough. It fails because learning and execution are combined instead of separated. And that's why the Transitional Housing Hub ecosystem is layered. We have the school community, which is where the learning and clarity happen. That's our clarity layer. It condenses the system into 7 phases so you understand what you're doing and why. We also host weekly classes that support your journey through the app. And then the app itself, that's our execution layer. And that's where decisions get made, progress gets tracked, and momentum happens. They're designed to work together, not to compete. So inside the app, we cloned my operating brain from about 15 years in transitional housing knowledge, and we took that and put it into Tony AI, which is available 24/7. So operators aren't waiting on a call, a class, or a crisis to get guidance. And instead of explaining this any further, I want to show you how it works, the way it would have been needed if I had it myself. So to walk you through a demo of our app, I have our famous product engineer, Wes Joe, along with our very own AI princess, Tiffany Pillow, who will demo the app for you. All right, Tiffany, it's yours.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you for that. All right, everyone, we're going to walk through the app together so you can see exactly what it is and why it's different. Wes is already sharing his screen. Sarah, really quick, can you make sure, and Tony, you guys let everybody in that's waiting into the room really quick? We just got some quick messages about that. All right, so before we click anything, I need to say this clearly. Tony already kind of set the stage for it, but this app, y'all, it doesn't exist anywhere else in this space. And the reason behind so much of the passion around it is there are so many people that are like Sam, and transitional housing has been failing at the same point for decades. And so she really felt called to make it a gamified experience just so that it could be easy for everyone to go through this type of journey and create real impact. All right, so for every solution and for everything in this space, you guys are going to see that it either does two things. It will either go ahead and teach or react to the crisis. So when you come onto the page, you'll see here that you are met with the get started, or if you already have a login, once you have been onboarded, you can go ahead and click on that and it will remember your login. Once you go ahead and do that, you can go ahead and you're going to see him go ahead and create a quick login here really quick. After that, you guys are going to go ahead and be met with an introduction video that should be on shortly. There you go. And this is a real relatable experience that happens to all of us. Okay, so all right, so you guys are going to be met with a welcome video here. It's honestly just going to orient you to the space. And then immediately following this video, you are going to get to meet Tony AI. This is your first introduction to her into the system. Tony AI has been cloned from Tony herself. We wanted to be able to make sure that Tony can be with you guys 24/7 because app is meant for real world execution. So as you guys are walking alongside your journey, instead of having to wait to go ahead and meet with Tony or get feedback, she is there. She is oriented to the level. She understands what space that you are in. And she also has the knowledge of Tony. So if you need her while she is like available while you're going through your journey, she sits 24/7 on the bottom right-hand corner, like a little chat bot in the app. From there, this is where you start just creating the rest of your profile, the name that you want to appear on your account. Upload your image. Right here, we ask you something very specific. We ask you for your vision statement or what brought you here. This may not be clear to everybody as you start the process. However, we do want you to go ahead to even put in what got you curious in this space and what called you to this work. This will appear later on in your profile as like a vision statement for other operators and people in your space to see where your heart is aligned at and what brought you to this space. After this, it will ask you a couple different questions. So it's going to ask you these series of questions first that you see him clicking through the screen. And this is going to help Tony and the system learn you a little bit better before it brings you into the onboarding questions. It'll bring you to this page here. It's going to explain to you exactly how the system works. And I'm going to pause here for a second just to make sure that this makes the most sense. So the way that we built this app, we wanted everything to make sense, right? So this system here, the app is meant, again, for real world execution. While everything is in beta, you guys are able to give feedback and still work through everything in real time. We have this paired with the school classroom that we currently have set up. So you're going to have 13 levels when you are logged into this app. And the school that we have, our current new classroom that we are launching, as some of you are already in, has been broken down into 7 levels that are a smaller version of the 13 that live in this app. They are meant to work in conjunction with one another, and the actual classroom weekly setups that we have are also set up to work in conjunction with the app as well. From here, you guys are going to get to pick if you are a casual, regular, or intensive learner. I'll explain this a little bit further too. If anyone here is familiar with Duolingo, it will ask you, like, do you want to learn French next month because you're going to Paris, or do you want to go ahead and take your time with it? So this is exactly what this is meant to do, to go ahead and take you through that journey and remind you to just open up the app however you chose to go ahead and go through your journey on this screen. All right, so from here, it's also then going to ask you if you would like to receive notifications. For beta, we would love if we just all click yes. From there, we are actually going to be met with the diagnostic questions or the onboarding questions. These questions are 5 very specific questions meant to orient you in the space. You might be completely here with just the beginning vision. And so the questions are meant to orient you to the level in which you fall. And you'll go ahead and see those on the screen right now. But regardless of how you answer, we will let you know where you fall into level-wise. But in order to give us max feedback and go through the process, we will be dropping everybody into level 1. So I'll ask you questions like, are you already in the space? Have you already figured out your program and your non-negotiable rules for your residents? It will ask you exactly where you're at in your system, like if you're completely in the beginning or not, and kind of like the systems that you have in place. From there, it will give you a little bit of that screen that I just talked about for you guys and will allow you to go ahead and enter and begin in level 1. All right, y'all. So this is the first look to the dashboard here. So what you guys are met with here is your profile, top right-hand corner. Top right-hand corner. Then on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see Tony AI. She will always live there in the space. So here, if you scroll up just a little bit more, if you can see your profile picture will go there. And then that vision statement that we talked about that you filled out in the beginning, this is where this will live. Also on this page, you'll be able to see your progress in a gamified ways. We are going to be introducing some impact awards and badges on the screen as we go through the journey for you guys to really go ahead and help you guys like be recognized in the space that you guys are in. From there, there you go. There you go. So from here, we'll get back to the dashboard, right? You're actually able to enter the build zone, which is where the learning and the real world execution happens. On this page, it's going to be an overview. You're going to be able to see the lessons as well. When you go through the lessons, you're going to see all the lessons that pertain to each level. So for this example, this is level 1. If you click on the actual videos, you're then able to see how we have it set up. We have the videos, we have the transcripts. We also have some resources, some guides. We also have some, we're going to call it homework. We're going to say some assignments that you'll be prompted to go ahead and do. There's even a part here where you want to go ahead and fill out some journal and reflection prompts along the way. And we'll get back into that in just a moment. There you go. All right, so right here, you'll see these journal prompts. We kind of have these layered throughout the entire curriculum. So what happens here is as you guys are going through the journey, you will be prompted to go ahead and put exactly how you're feeling or just a reflection point. If you go ahead and click on that piece, you'll see that you go ahead and fill it out. And on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see that you have access to that journey map at all times. Now, when it comes to the journey map, this is actually a little bit of a unique feature that we have here because you can go ahead and click on that. There you go. So when it comes to the journey map, you're going to see that you're able to see in a gamified way exactly where you're at. And then if you want to go ahead and dip into your journal, you're actually able to choose with a privacy setting if you want to go ahead and share this with other people in your community and be transparent so other people can see exactly where you're at. Well, yeah, of course. So for this section here, you're also going to be met with a community feed. So while it's in beta, we're still working a little bit on this. This is a little bit like school, y'all, where you're able to go ahead and actually post and ask for help and be able to go ahead and ask other operators in beta about their experience and see where they're at in real time. That way you guys can really go ahead and work with each other. If there's one thing you guys can take away from anything, even me and Tony, if you guys are familiar with us from Coach K's community, you guys know how important partnership is. And so we absolutely encourage you guys to go ahead and find that within you guys because it's always better when 2 or 3 gather. All right, so from here, we have Tony AI on the bottom right-hand corner, and we're gonna go ahead and clear it out here. So she will live in the app, and she does have 2 functions. She does have a text option, and she does have a voice option as well. Very similar to ChatGPT, and don't worry if that scared you a little bit and you're like, I don't know how to use ChatGPT too much. We are going to be giving you guys some prompt packs and some ideas on how to go ahead and work with her. So we would demo the voice, but what it happens is it'll mute us if we go ahead and do that and lower us. So for right now, just know that the option is there on the top. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to prompt her really quick here so you guys can see how she works. So for this example, we kind of just gave her a real generic, like, I don't really know where this starts, but I really want to start in the work and I just need some guidance, which might resonate with someone here. And she'll respond appropriately. She'll let you know, hey, this is where you're at, and this is what we want to go ahead and focus on. And then one by one, she'll work with you through the questions that you see on the screen. What's also very unique about this as well is a little bit different in ChatGPT. She's actually not only keen to Tony's expertise, but she's also keen to making sure that you stay on track with the real world execution. So for this example here, go ahead. So let's say you're on level 1, right? But you found a great property. Normally, Tony and I would want to tell you, hey, listen, we want to stay on track. But sometimes our paths aren't linear and it doesn't always work out that way. So when that happens, she'll go ahead and let you know, hey, I don't want to take you further than that because you haven't gotten to that level yet, but we do want you to reach out to the founder to get a founder review because that happens sometimes. You might get met with an amazing deal, right? And you need to take advantage of it right now and act, but maybe you haven't set up your rule or your program and you're kind of fuzzy about everything. She will go ahead and stop you in your tracks, wait for you to go ahead and get the feedback from Tony. And before continuing execution, she'll be waiting for you to go ahead and let her know what you gathered from your meeting with Tony before she dives you back into the lesson, because we may have to pivot you, right? We may have to kind of fast track you a little bit through that level 1, level 2 to get you where you need to be, which is a lot different than we've ever seen really in any LMI, because not only does she keep up with how you sound and how you remember as you guys continue to interact with her, kind of similar to ChatGPT. Not only does she have the knowledge that Tony has being 15 years in this space, but she also has the knowledge to go ahead and kind of pivot you if that happens in real time. All right, so from here, go ahead and drop her down. Especially important for beta, y'all. We do have the help and support on the left-hand side. We have this set up so you guys can give us suggestions and tips because we've already started getting some from you guys and it's actually been pretty awesome. That's actually kind of the reason for the journal that we have here. That was actually prompted by some of the folks that took access already and advantage of the launch early on. And so from here, you'll be able to give us feedback and or suggestions. This is also paired with the fact that myself and Wes will also be not only in the community, but meeting with you guys on a weekly basis so that we can go ahead and hear your feedback in real time and make sure that we can put out any fires or add in anything that you guys really need as you guys go through it in real time.
Show execution.
Okay.
Show execution.
Sure. You want to go ahead and go to that really quick?
Just like this.
Okay. We can go ahead and scroll it on down just a little bit. All right, here, y'all. So on every single level and lesson, y'all, you guys are going to see something that's called build actions. And what this is to make sure that you guys are not only learning, but applying it in real life. So we wanted to do something really different in the space. And so we kind of cracked our heads on this one. So a lot of the time we'll learn, and we'll kind of go out into the real world and something will kind of stomp us. So on these lessons here, these aren't just like reflections and prompts, but these are very particular, where you might have an activity or two, but some of these might go ahead and prompt you to actually go ahead and do something in the real world and come back to go ahead and let it know when it's done. For example, let's say you are starting and you have no idea what your business structure is. We're not going to ask you to go ahead and upload anything specific when it comes to like your EIN or your LLC, but we are going to go ahead and ask you to go out there and grab it and let us come back and check it off when you do so. And if you need any help, it's going to go ahead and prompt you to go ahead and seek help from Tony AI, the community, or to go ahead and meet with the founder itself. That way, when you guys meet again next week, there's nothing roadblocking you to go through the journey. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Wes, do you have anything that you want to add?
No, that's everything.
Okay, perfect. Tony, I'll go ahead and hand it back to you.
Awesome. You guys show some love. Show some love to my product and development team. Show them some love. Let me tell you, they have worked endlessly to get this off the ground with me. And y'all who know me, I'll get an idea and they'll just execute. So I want y'all to understand, I thank you for showing them the love, because what we have here, I mean, the software clearly is just impressive. It is beautiful and it's going to get better and better from here. But the great thing is it's most impressive because it's going to remove that guesswork from decisions that usually cost people years. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time. And I want to save you that time, save you from a space where you can really get this information here. And that's what this app does. This lives inside a larger system. That's what I need you to understand. School for clarity and learning, and these live environments that we're creating for you to allow you to have that accountability and the acceleration that you need. And then the app is actually showing you how to execute. I don't know who does that. I don't know anyone who actually showed you how to really execute and get momentum. That's why we're doing what we're doing here. And I'm excited about what it does. But most importantly, to actually have my brain for 15 years through Tony AI, that's a 24/7 operator coach that we've created together to make it can capture all of that. So when you need somebody, you got it right there. That's why we put all this time into that. So I just want to commend my team. I appreciate you guys so much and how we work together. You can see our teammates. I just want to acknowledge my team right now because you've got Sarah, who is our success manager, helping us get to the space and helping us be successful, as well as my production team, so that we can create something that's going to live and breathe. And I'm excited for it because there's nothing that this doesn't help you do. It's all right here. And each layer we've got solves a different failure point. So, this is where I need everyone to pause. I need to take a temperature of the room, okay? Now, you're going to see a poll pop up on the screen. Just stay alert, watch, because in this, I need to know where you are. We got a lot of people in the room. We're hearing there's some issues going on with people getting in, but guess what? We're going to keep moving because that's what we do. And I want to be able to put a poll out here so that we can, first of all, get us started. Don't ignore this first part. We're gonna do this here and we're gonna start it again because that's my plan is to get a test for where this room is at. Okay. So I need to know, first of all, where you're at. Where are you at right now? Are you just exploring, just someone here to get some good information to see how you might want to get into this space? Or you have a vision, but not built anything yet? Or you're already operating. You might already have something in place, but you know you're struggling a little bit. You need some guidance, or you need a community of people who can come together and you do this work together. Or you're at that position where you're wanting scale or refine. I just need to know where we are with the room. You're welcome. It's not required, but you're going to give me feedback because this is going to mean something to us in a minute. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 4. Go ahead and respond if you're going to respond. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to end that. Sarah, if you can catch those for me, that's going to mean something in just a minute. And let me just sort of share the results because that's the post we're looking at. And now, what I want to do is jump into sharing with you what founding access really is. See, I need you to understand that this system really, what it requires isn't money, okay? It does not require money. What it requires is consistency. And the people who win here in this space aren't the smartest. Because I'm not going to tell you I'm the smartest and I won really well. But what I'm going to tell you, the ones who show up weekly and use the system, because I've always said imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. So tonight, we're opening founding access to this transitional housing hub ecosystem. I am so excited for what this is going to allow us to do. Founding access exists because systems don't become real until they're used. And the only way to build something that actually holds is to build it with operators. And that's what I need. I need operators. So founding access includes full access to the Transitional Housing Hub app. That's all 13 levels that you heard us mention to earlier. It also gives you lifetime access to the school community. Those of you who are coming over to the new community, that's $47 a month. You get lifetime. You get that being a founding member and getting founding access. You also get direct participation in the 6-month beta. What that means, you'll be able to use this system live, be able to give us feedback so that we can continue to shape it before public release. And you already know what happens when public release happens, right? It's going to be perfect, at least near perfect. And once we do that, then the sky is the limit on how we can impact the country and create operators who are doing this work. So I'm only opening 30 founding seats. That's it. And we're not limiting seats simply to create a buzz. I'm not here to give you pressure or do some artificial scarcity method or mode with you. We're limiting seats so we can intentionally onboard people, support them with what they need properly, and improve the system in real time based on real use. That's why we're doing it. And the founding access is $997. Now, we're not saying that as a barrier, but as a filter for people ready to use the system. This is for operators who want structure and not motivation. So I want to take this time to acknowledge a few people who took advantage of this opportunity beforehand. And because you guys are going to represent what we are going to build right now, I want to acknowledge Quatez Wofford, who is in our group. I want to acknowledge Minka Borner. We've got JP Jones. We've got Tanya Barbie. Give them some kudos. Yes, yes, give them kudos. We've got Agiano Horace. We got Michael James. We've got Belinda Moore. We've got Charles Stewart. Those are individuals who took that step and said, I'm going to help you move this to the next level because I want to move myself to the next level. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about not sitting here simply trying to motivate you, but get you to execute on what God has called you to do. And I'm so excited about that. So I want to share with you access to this system. We're only going to make it available for 24 hours because my goal, as you see, we're in beta right now. We're testing right now. Time is of the essence. That's what we're doing. And our goal is to be able to identify within the next 24 hours who those 30 people are who are going to work with us, whichever comes first. I want 30 who are going to help us create this the way that it's supposed to be. So, team, if I can get you to drop the link in the chat so it is available to those who want to take advantage of this right now. And I am going to now pass the floor over to Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany.
Of course. All right, y'all. We're gonna give Tony a break because I know she need to grab some water like I just did. And we're gonna actually open the floor to Q&A. Sarah, if you could help me out with this. If you have any questions, we already dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to go ahead and raise your hand, or if you want to go ahead and just drop the question in the chat, you absolutely can, and myself or Tony will go ahead and answer.
Okay, we got some hands in the room. We're going to start with Mr. Darrell.
Hello, Miss Tony. Hello, Miss Tiffany. Congratulations on your amazing journey and your launch. This is so cool. Okay, so Tiffany don't know this about me because I'm a like you guys, I'm an onion with layers. But I have a whole background in real estate investment, right? Ran my own successful company, yada yada yada. Bottom line is, and also I worked for. Well, I'm going to be vulnerable right now. In the pandemic, I actually was homeless for a month. Truth. Yeah. That's another story for another time. But here's the question. As God brought me out of that situation, I ended up working for the people that were helping me, which was Salvation Army and a Safe Haven Foundation here in Chicago, which is basically like the Salvation Army. They both are transitional housing places with curriculum. So my question is, do you have a B2B model? And can this be either white labeled because I know those people, I could reach out to them, pick up the phone and say, hey, there's this cool app, you need to take a look at it. Is that something that is useful to you?
Very useful, Daryl. I can say, as you look at iterations of what I've been given that needs to come forward, this is just the beginning. And that is an option that is on the table because I've noticed that agencies need this just as much as the individuals that we're teaching how to do this model. I will give you a sneak peek. We will be next working with residents. We've already started working that, actually creating training for them so that they can heal from where they are and then go to the next level of paying a model forward. So yes, yes, and yes to the answer to your question. I definitely would love for that. I just want to give us time to get past at least a couple of iterations of what we're creating so that those things can continue forward. But 100%. So definitely stay in the loop of what's going on 100%.
Thanks.
Awesome. You're so welcome. Any other questions? If you want to raise your, give me a thumbs up or raise your hand. I'd love to answer your
We
questions
actually
about.
have one in the chat as well.
Uh-huh.
Want me to help you out with that one? And Daryl,
Me.
thank you so much for sharing that. Right. Everybody, if you haven't been familiar with my story, I was also homeless as well, which is what called me to go ahead and do the AI in this space as well, because I understand firsthand what it's like to be out there on the street and how it feels. And so to give everybody a chance, like Tony is doing with this app, to go ahead and really take themselves out of there is phenomenal. So thank you for sharing that, being vulnerable, Daryl.
Thank you.
So Tanya in the chat actually asked, once homework is submitted, can you go back and refine or change your answers? No, we're grading you, Tanya. No, I'm joking. No, so Wes, thank you so much for answering that. And the answer to that is yes, absolutely. We will give you as many attempts as you need. And we will also, go ahead and review what you put in the system while you wait, especially while in beta. That's something that we're going to keep an eye on heavily. And again, if you ever get stuck, Tony AI is ready to pick up on that and will tell you, hey, let's go ahead and get over to the founder. With you guys on beta, it's going to be a lot more hands-on with you guys. It's not just that once a week feedback. Again, me and Wes are actually in the school community and working alongside Tony. So absolutely, Tanya, that's a good question.
Good. Any other questions?
Yeah, seems to be there is another question in the chat. Can we go over the app membership prices? You want me to take over that, Tony? Or you want me to go ahead and do
Please.
that for you?
Yes,
All
please.
right.
Thank you.
All right, so Denise, in order to help with that, let me go ahead and drop the link in the chat. So while I'm kind of like answering to that there, I want you to go ahead and click on that if you do not mind. So the way that it works is for $9.97, you will be receiving two things with that. It's not just one. You're not just access to the app. Because of the way that we have the app set up, we have it to work in conjunction with the new school community that we have. So with that, you have a lifetime access to the school community, no monthly membership fees, and you have access to the app, not only while it's in beta, but the entire time and the entire existence of the app. And you're helping finalize the process as well. If you go through it, the reason behind that is we went ahead and we intentionally made sure that we're not overloading everybody with a lot of information. Because let's say you have the app, and then let's say you're in her inner circle, and then let's say you're in the school community. That might be a lot of information coming for you guys. And we want to make sure that everything worked together. So the way that we condense the school community is the app has 13 levels, and the school community is actually condensed into 7 of those 13. Right? It's very similar to it on purpose. So if you get stuck on level 1, we'll tell you in the app and we'll tell you in the school community, it's already in there, that these correspond to this module within the app. And if you're in the app, vice versa, because sometimes we just need the information a little bit differently. Now, outside of that, when you guys go into that new school community, and shout out to the ones that are already there, we will be dropping the modules and everything to this shortly after this and go live with that. Because if you guys sign up, that's the immediate access that you guys will be having into the school community. You guys will see that drip in there. And by Monday, it is fully ready to go and launch. And what you guys will see on our weekly sessions, we have like 4 to 5 different sessions that we'll be doing with you guys weekly. They correspond with the app and with the modules that are in school on purpose. That way, everything kind of reinforces what you're going through. You ever kind of like went to class or heard something 4 or 5 times, but then when you kind of got to explain it a different way, or you got to ask the question a certain way, it clicked for you? That is the reason why we're doing that for you guys. That way it works intentionally together. So short answer to that, if you're looking through it, lifetime school access, beta app, and app access forever. In my Cardi B voice for that price. And if you click it, there are options. I will say this though, if you go through it there are some options in there. If you're not able to pay it in full, we have something to meet everybody where they're at. But let's just say forever, Tanya, forever, ever. But let's just say you're like, man, I didn't get approved for this or for that because my credit, I've had to work on it as well. So sometimes that does happen. There is a contact form at the bottom of that. The reason for that being is if you are very serious in this space, we will work with you and see how we can break apart your payments. So if that is you, at the bottom of that link, you are able to go ahead and fill out the form. And within the next 24 hours, we are working, y'all. If y'all knew, we are working. Right? So, we will be meeting with you guys and having a call to see how we can better serve you guys and what works when it comes to breaking down the payments. So if that's you and you're serious, right? Because I've been there before, but I've had to hustle for my mentorship money. If y'all know me, I love a summit, I love a replay, and I love mentorship. Honestly, it's the real reason like why I'm even here today. Shout out to honestly, like even Coach K and all the support from the people from that group because mentorship has honestly changed a lot for me mindset. So if that is you, we have that form there intentionally. We get it. Hope that answers your question. If that caused any confusion versus clarity, please go ahead and let us know. Monique, if we join the app, all this premium are included. My apologies if this was already answered. When you say, Tony, do you want to go ahead and take over that? You want me to take over that for you?
I can't read the question.
She said, if we join the app, all the classes in premium are included. So
Yes.
when we say premium, that's the part that I want to go ahead and kind of mix that up with because I heard premium and I immediately thought in a circle in my brain. So let me go ahead and break that down really quick. So when you join the app unlocks that school lifetime and it unlocks the app together. So they go like this, right? When you say premium, if you're talking about an inner circle, which is that hands-on 12 weeks, that's a little bit different, right? But this unlocks both of that together and you guys are able to still meet on a weekly basis in order to go ahead and give that feedback because we do need to be meeting with you guys to see how it's implementing and working with you guys. And you guys are going to be able to receive the replays. You know what? When Monique said premium, I feel like she was talking about them premium replays. It's the trigger word that messed me up. So yes, Monique, you do get the replays. Now that I see that in there. I think that's what you were trying to ask. If that is yes, yes, yes. That's the language from the old community, y'all. So in my brain, I was trying to compuzzle that together. But does that answer your question, Monique? If you want to add anything to that, Tony, feel free.
I
Yes,
appreciate it.
okay. Good job.
That should have answered your question, Monique. And I see it because we are switching from an old community and into a new community where we had premium. Now we don't. So 100%. So I'm glad that that answered your question. I think I see Raheem Akbar. You raised your hand. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, this is Raheem Akbar. Hi, Miss Tony. Nice to meet you. Awesome job, team, on the app launch. Miss Tony, are you out of the St. Louis area by any chance?
I am in the St. Louis area. Are you?
So I'm in Miami. You mentioned a couple of things that kind of took me back. So in the spirit of kind of following there a little bit of vulnerability. I did grow up in St. Louis. I lived all my adult life in California. Now I'm in Miami, but I came up through some of the programs you mentioned. Through Division of Family Services. I went through the independent living program, and so everything that you said today, I actually heard your heart big time. For me, though, I am completely brand new. I only heard about this like a hot week and a half ago when Tiffany mentioned it um, in Coach K's group. So for me, I would love to just kind of get a very quick, and I'm not sure if this is the forum for it or not, but I just kind of wanted to get a quick, like a timeline for somebody who says they want to be an operator and just kind of using St. Louis as the market since that's something that we both can understand. What's the timeline for somebody who comes into this program like, hey, I want to be an operator. Um, I definitely know the areas, the hotspots where I can definitely have some impact. What's a high level kind of timeline from soup to nuts to kind of get this up and going? I guess like the people involved is going to manage it to kind of launch.
So a couple of things I'll share, and because you're not in St. Louis right now, so obviously you had to build a layer of group, like a group of people who are your boots on the ground to get those things built out, which I think does add some additional time as you think about who's going to work with you in that. But in a perfect world where you are at, it should take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to successfully launch it well. Now, I've heard people who get in this space, they want to jump, oh, in 30 days you can get it done. That's not me. I don't say that because you cannot successfully create something that's truly going to impact someone's life if you don't even know why you're getting into it in the first place, which we cover, as well as what your program is going to look like and who you're going to partner with. So we spend diligent time making sure that those things are done right so that by the time you pretty much have it all planned out, you're just now looking for the property that we're going to use that fits your program. And I realistically can say if you're an aggressive person, which you might be pretty aggressive, you could probably do it in three, especially if you already have some connections, you've got some resources already in place. But I like to give people additional time. That's why we call it their 12-week program. We have a 12-week master class that walks you through each step so you understand it, can grasp it, and put it together. And then because I love it, I want you to be successful. I'll give you 3 more months. Like that's where I'm at. So 3 to 6 months, realistically, you should do it. But I like to work with where people are. Some people could take a little more. So hopefully that answered your question. It does depend on the dynamics, but our job is to make sure that you can get the core stuff that you need to be successful.
Okay. No, that's helpful. And I still have, yeah, my parents are still there and so I have a host of folks that are still there. I can't deal with St. Louis weather at this
I
level, but
can
my heart is there. So,
I can
uh,
definitely relate. That's why I'm here in Florida while they're dealing with the storm down there in
oh,
St.
so you
Louis now.
understand. Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
No, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. I just heard so much today that I'm like, I can definitely see it. I caught the vision. I appreciate it. Thank you all for everything that you guys are doing.
My pleasure. Look forward to talking with you again, especially because you're in St. Louis. Any other questions as we wind it down?
Okay, so we actually have another one in the chat, and let me go ahead and bring this up here. So one of the questions was, is there a place to store documents? So I'm going to answer that in two parts because when I heard that, I heard two different things. And Wes is also working on answering you in the chat as well, JP. So there are two ways that we store documents. If you want to go ahead and the things that you upload, that does get stored and everything in the journal as well. And the good thing about that, this is actually something that we're working on. We really wanted it to be something that you can kind of take with you, especially because if you're familiar with any course or anything like that, you might want to like be able to reflect on that, use it. It might even help you while you're building and kind of working on your curriculum, kind of give you some ideas to get creative in your space. Because again, this is like the first time we even seen something like this in this space. We are working on being able to give you guys a condensed version of everything that you've gone through by the time you guys are ending in this journey in this 6-month beta. So you can go ahead and kind of have that. You can print it out if you like me and you don't want to print it out as PDF. That's going to be available to you guys as well. And in the future, right? Because this is just to shed a little bit light. Hopefully it's okay if I do this, Tony. But in the future, we are working on accreditation. And the reason why we were so aggressive with this is because this is one of many apps that we have in on the way. Tony lightly dropped the seed that we will be working with residents. And what we mean by that is when it comes to being able to be temporarily housed, yes, they need a curriculum, but sometimes you also need some money. And we're not always taught how to go ahead and get it unless we're getting it from somebody else. So we have an array of different people, including myself. I come from the e-commerce space. It's a real fancy way to say I sell products online, whether they physical or whether they digital. And we are working on the second half of this app. Once this is solidified and done, we are able to work into that second part where we will have different people like myself. I started from $0, y'all, and I made my first 6 figures from zero doing garage sale flips, going on Walmart, going on eBay, just straight hustling it through. And from all the skills that I learned, coupled in with AI and my digital products that I now have, that is absolutely something we want to go ahead and bring into the space, not only myself, but other people with other skills, right? Because there's a plethora of different skills that are out there, including Tony's skills that she has, mine. It might be some blue collar work in there that we are actually actively working on in the end. And we want to be able to give that to the residents. So after the operators are actually able to easily kind of go through it, and we wanted to make it easy for you guys to be impactful. That's really the vision behind why we gamified it in the first place, like Duolingo. We didn't want nothing blocking you guys as much as possible. We're then going into that second X part where we're going to work on the residents getting sustainable skills so we can actually work on them actually living independently and really working on ending homelessness. I know that sounds like a grand claim, but that is truly where our hearts are at. Everybody here is doing social impact with AI, and really just trying our best to go ahead and make it easy for you guys to do some real world difference. This is honestly really important to us, and hopefully you guys can see and share the vision. So this is something that it doesn't stop here, and that's really the drive behind why it's only 30 and why we're trying to kick it up and work on this, and we're chasing it aggressively. If only y'all seen how much in the back scenes we worked, because we don't want us to delay anything at all, truthfully. So hopefully that absolutely answers you guys' questions. Tony, if you want to add to that.
Yes, so I'm going to sort of wind it down. I think we've already covered most of the questions. So I want to shift it a little bit because we do, as you heard, have an opportunity that we'd like to share. Now, I've been trying to, by the way, get a hold of these results because y'all really did it with those results. You nailed it with responding related to our poll, and I want to be able to honor that. So, just a quick show of hands right now. I just need a show of hands. If you're still in the room and you said you are interested in pursuing something like this, not just exploring, but you want to do this type of work. I just need to see a show of hands just to get a feel for the room. If you're willing to raise your hand and just show me your hands, because I just truly believe acknowledgement like this means something at the end of the day. You know, sometimes you have to, especially if you know this is a part of who God is calling you to be, you really know you want to do something amazing. This is an opportunity to acknowledge to God what it is that you want. Because once you acknowledge, then you can receive. So if you know that's you, raise your hand because I just want to get a feel for the room because I had the poll, but it just had a few, I couldn't get it exactly right. So I'm just taking a poll of the room just to get a feel. Hopefully Sarah's writing aggressively, or I've got most of the names. Praise God. Sorry. I just want to make sure I get there so I can just get an
Also
idea.
dropping some of the hands in the chat as well. Thank you guys for that.
Thank you, because I just want to get a hand in the chat and in the room, those people who are truly interested in this space. Because I'm telling you, this here is not something that you get into for any other reason, but you feel like you want to be able to give back. You want to be able to help somebody. And that is what matters on so many levels. And once that, I feel like I've chatted a few things, we've got some names. I want to, first of all, turn it back over to Tiffany, so that we can continue, and then we're almost done. I promise. I appreciate you guys. I was wanting to respect the time and make sure we didn't go over, but I wanted to also make sure that we had your questions as well. So I believe I've captured a few here, and go ahead and you're welcome to put your hands down. And let's go ahead, and it's yours, Tiff.
Got you. I got you. Thank you, Tony. All right. So really quick, y'all, just so that I can reiterate down the room, I dropped the link. Let me go ahead and drop it one more time in here for y'all. So as we stated earlier, the offer, it will end either in 24 hours or after 30 signups, whatever comes first, because we are looking to onboard intentionally by Monday. So as promised, y'all, we're about to round this off. So there are 3 things that are about to happen, right? So as promised, everyone who stays gets something practical that you can use immediately. And we have 2 promised intentional giveaways. So as a reward, right? When we close it out within 24 hours or at the 30 signups, we will be going live and spinning a wheel and giving somebody. We intentionally didn't want to share this on purpose, right? Because we didn't want to create the hype around it, nothing like that. But we did want to go ahead and do something special for those that did go ahead and sign up, and they will be getting a private operator system review. And what is that? Because that sounded like a really big word when I said it. It is 45 minutes one-on-one with Tony. And this is where you are able to go ahead and review with her either your housing vision or your operation is one-on-one. So it's not the, one-to-many, it's not within her inner circle. It's just you and Tony for 45 minutes, going through either your vision or your existing operation, what's going well, and any next execution steps. So that's the one thing. The moment we go ahead and close it out, we'll be giving that to somebody who went ahead and signed up. We didn't want to go ahead and, pick somebody on our own tuition. So we're going to definitely be going live and spinning the wheel for that. The second intentional giveaway. And this is going to be actually something that was based off of the questions that you guys heard Tony talk about today. So earlier we spun the wheel, then we had to do the hands, right? So Tony is about to pick what's called the Transitional Housing Hub Execution Credit. Another big word. What does that even mean, y'all? All right, cool. So it's a $500 value. We are giving you guys a $500 credit that can either be applied towards School for Lifetime or for the VIP Masterclass, the Inner Circle. It doesn't run out. Winner gets to choose when they go ahead and use it. And if you already done paid into this, we'll go ahead and give you back that 500 in there, credit that you can go ahead and use at any time. So before I mention the last thing that I'm going to go ahead and give to everyone, Daryl, that's such a cute GIF. I'm sorry. Did y'all see my ADHD take over me? It attacked me. That dog is so cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let Tony go ahead and let us know who is the winner for that second giveaway here.
Okay, it's on me. I just think how things move and just sort of how I resonate. And I love all of y'all, especially those who rose your hands. I see you guys on a regular basis, and I know we're going to do some great work together. And I am just resonating in a space that I truly believe it's going to be a blessing. So I am going to, first of all, am I doing just the one or the two, Tiff?
No, so the first one, we'll go ahead and wait till it closes out, go live, and we'll spin the wheel for everybody to see. So I didn't feel like
You're
we
going to
chose
spin the
anyone.
wheel, so this is my
But the second one is all you based off of all the hand raises that you got. We really wanted it to be intentional for you guys and for people who are ready to operate in the space.
Okay, so this is me spinning the wheel.
Mm-hmm. That's my drum roll.
Yep. Y'all
Next
love
time
me,
I'll get like a
right?
real drum roll.
Okay, give me a drum roll. I'm spinning the wheel, and my eyes are closed.
We need a real one. Let's give an acoustic.
Is that Ard? How does Ardell always win stuff?
Oh my God.
He
No
won the
way.
what? Didn't he win something else in another thing we were in?
Yes.
Ardell, you have won based on the spinning of the wheel. That is see, that's good though. That's goodness follows you. So you have won
Oh, that's so cool.
the
You will
opportunity to
have
be able to meet with me.
that. Well, you're gonna win that $500 credit, Daryl. So what you can go ahead and
Is that
apply
the
that to,
$500
yeah,
credit?
you can either go ahead and utilize it toward access that we have, or to go ahead and join into Tony's circle. That's pretty awesome. That's because he was the first one to be all vulnerable. You see what happens when you do that? You
No,
see that
that's
is
what you do. I said, you gotta be the first
that's
one because
awesome.
that's what,
Congrats.
amen,
Can I
amen.
can I give a quick testimony?
Go ahead.
Real
Absolutely.
quick, 17 seconds. So I went from being homeless in a month to in preparing to once my company gets going. I got my eyeballs on a mansion on the south side of Chicago, and this transition thing is really making me think about converting that 10,000 square foot mansion with 7 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms into a transitional housing. Truth. No kidding. Done. Thanks. Bye.
Good job. I love it. I love it. All right, Tim.
I love him, y'all. Don't try to just love him.
You
He's the best.
too.
That's my accountability partner, y'all. Y'all I can't say y'all can't have them. That's stingy. God don't like that, but that's how I felt in the moment. Thank you so much, Daryl. All right, so for everyone who stayed to the end, this is our gift to you, whether you joined or not. You guys will be receiving something in email within the next 24 hours. It's going to be called the Founder Operator Toolkit. What does that mean? We have that encompassed, y'all, with three different things. One, you'll be able to see the Transitional Housing Hub ecosystem, so you can enter in at any level and know where you sit. The second thing it encompasses is an execution readiness checklist. And then the third thing is a ready to operate self-score. If anyone here is familiar with like the Myers-Briggs method or something like that, it's like that, but like in traditional housing. We wanted to make sure everything was intentional in the space with you guys, so everybody will be receiving that leaving here. So y'all, I just want to shed some clarity here because we are about to go ahead and close on out, right? On just what is going to happen next. So founding access will stay open for 24 hours or once we reach 30, whichever happens first. So we can onboard intentionally. We'll also be going live to go ahead and do that giveaway that we talked to you guys about as well. And Daryl, I already have your contact. Of course, we will absolutely be in touch to talk through how to claim your credit as well. Tomorrow, you'll receive a recap and next steps, whether you join us or not. If you joined, you will immediately receive an email with the execution steps and next steps. So please, everyone, also, this happens sometimes. Check your spam. Sometimes you got to go in there and let them know that we not spam because we've been hitting y'all up, and that happens sometimes. I'm sure everybody here is familiar with that. So make sure everybody, please, leaving out of here, go ahead and check your spam and make sure you hit not spam so we can go ahead and bless your inbox. So access to the school community, once it is purchased, happens immediately. Access to the transitional housing app we provided on Monday. Again, like we explained, we are going to be giving you guys a Zoom room so that way we can make sure you guys can onboard through the process and log in with no issues and answer any of those questions in real time. So you guys can go ahead and get onboarded and start that experience immediately. We will also be sending out additional information, including all of that access and whatnot. And Sarah, if you don't mind dropping our support email in the chat as well, hello@transitionalhousinghub.com, right? So before we close this out for the night, I am about to let Tony take the stage, but I just want to say something really quick. I want to say thank you for everyone who came in here, whether you came here to support me or Tony or Wes, the team here. Honestly, like I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to do something impactful with. I can almost cry, which I will after this, but y'all can't see that here on the camera. Y'all, that's something that's gonna happen in private the moment I get out of here. I do just want to say thank you for everybody that is here in the space that's engaged. Even the people that are or aren't ready to go ahead and go on a journey, it means the world that we can share our vision with you guys that we've worked very hard on. And with that being said, I'm going to let the compassionate investor close us out. So Tony, take the stage, dear.
Thank you. And I just want to thank all of you for being here. I am so honored to be used in this way to be able to impact the world. And as we close, I want to leave you with this. The system that we created works if you use it. And it's okay if tonight isn't your moment. And I just want to thank you for caring enough to build something that actually holds for the people who need it the most. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you all. Congrats. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless everyone.
Good
Bye.
night. God bless you guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night, you guys. Tony, you looking skinty, girl.
I know.
It's that consecration fast. Y'all see it?
It did.
Consecrating.
Proud of you, girl.
Thank you for everything.
And Tiffany, nice to meet you.
Oh,
That's
nice
my
to
new
meet you,
job.
bro. Aw.
Bye, everybody.
Y'all.
Bye,
Good
baby.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sarah. A million virtual
Sophie, I'll
hugs.
hit you up in a minute.
I can't wait to be a
Yes,
soft
ma'am.
little soft little bundle of joy after this.
Everybody.
Bye.